Hello everyone! Thank you for joining me today for our Read Aloud story. If this is your first time joining us, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Have you visited the library lately? You have? Great! Now, I have visited the library recently too with my children, and we found a very interesting story to share with you today. The title of the story is The Untold Story of the Tooth Fairy. Come, join us. The Untold Story of the Tooth Fairy by Jose Carlos Andres, illustrated by Bethania Zaccaras. Are you ready to hear about the origin of the Tooth Fairy? It is said that she was an oyster who lived in the deep sea. I know it sounds weird, but let me start from the beginning. A long time ago, something happened at the bottom of the sea, at the very deepest depths. Lady Oyster was very, very sad because she had lost her only pearl. She wailed non-stop in her opera singer's voice. "Oh, I am very, and I mean very, so very sad because I have lost my only pearl. Oh, I'm just so upset." Lady Oyster told a nice slow octopus from the deeper depths what had happened to her as he dragged himself along the bottom of the sea. "Friendly octopus, dragging yourself across the bottom of the sea, I am very, and I mean very, so very sad because I have lost my only pearl. Oh, I'm just so upset." The octopus, the one who lived in the deepest depths of the sea and was slower than a clock without batteries, told a French sardine who was swimming nearby what had happened to Lady Oyster. "Listen, sardine, Lady Oyster is very, and I mean very, so very sad because she has lost her only pearl." The sardine, the French one, who was swimming nearby, told the story to an eight-legged crab who was moving fast toward the seashore. "Monsieur Crab, Madame Oyster is sad, so very sad, so extraordinary sad, because she has lost her only pearl." And the crab, the one with so many legs who was in such a hurry, told the story to a little mouse who was taking a stroll on the sandy beach. "Hey, hey, hey, little mouse, Lady Oyster is very, 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 but very, very, very sad because she has lost her only pearl." And the little mouse, moved by these words, decided he had to help Lady Oyster. He thought that the best solution would be to find something to replace the lost pearl. It would have to be something small, white, hard, and shiny, like a pearl. The little mouse began his search, and he found a button that was small, white, and shiny, but it wasn't very hard. the mouse could easily crack it with his sharp teeth. He kept searching and he found a stone that was hard, white, and small, but it wasn't shiny. That wouldn't work either. He searched a bit more and he found a very special coin, which wasn't white, but it was very shiny and very hard, although it was too large to fit inside an oyster. The little mouse liked the shiny coin and decided to keep it, even though he didn't know how he would use it. And that was when, searching and searching, the little mouse entered a little girl's room whose tooth had fallen out that day. She had placed it beneath her pillow. The little mouse saw the tooth and grabbed it because it was small, white, hard, and shiny. "This would be perfect!" the little mouse cried. And in exchange for taking the tooth, the little mouse decided to leave underneath the little girl's pillow the only thing he had, the shiny coin that he had found. He would have liked to have left her a book, but he didn't have one with him at the time. The little mouse ran toward the beach to deliver the tooth to the crab, who, when he saw it, shouted, "Yes, yes, yes! This will be perfect! Yes, yes, yes!" And the crab gave it to the sardine, who shouted, "Ooh la la! Yes, perfect!" And the sardine gave it to the octopus, who shouted, "This will be perfect!" And the octopus delivered the tooth to the lady oyster, who, as soon as she saw it and examined it closely, shouted. Do you know what she shouted? "This is perfect!" She was so pleased and thanked them all. This is how Lady Oyster became the tooth fairy, and the mouse, the octopus, the sardine, and the crab became her secret assistant. And every time a child loses a tooth, the tooth fairy knows, and the little mouse carries away the tooth and gives it to the crab, who gives it to the sardine, who gives it to the octopus, who gives it to the tooth fairy. And in exchange for the tooth, they leave a small gift for the child. The end. I hope you enjoyed today's story. We look forward to seeing you the next time. Goodbye.